Janis Joplin, the 27-year-old pop singer or rock singer who took little more than 3 years to get to the top, was found dead yesterday in her Hollywood apartment.
The last 24 hours of Janis Joplin, October 4th, 1970. The stillness inside room 105 at the landmark Motor Hotel in Hollywood hid a storm that had already passed. Janis Joplin, the woman whose raw voice electrified Woodstock and shattered hearts at Monterey, lay lifeless, a victim of a rogue batch of heroin. She was 27. Just 16 days earlier, the world had lost Jimi Hendrix. Now, another light had gone out. News spread like wildfire. Fans, fellow musicians, and family struggled to process what had happened. For some, the heartbreak was paired with grim acceptance. For others, it was a gut punch. Janis had been clean just months before. She had returned from Brazil with new love, fresh resolve, and the makings of her most complete album to date. Her death wasn't just tragic, it was infuriating. Born on January 19, 1943 in Port Arthur, Texas, Janis Lynn Joplin arrived in a world that never quite understood her. The eldest child of Seth and Dorothy Joplin, she grew up in a conservative oil town with younger siblings Laura and Michael. Janis was different from the start, with severe acne, a non-conformist attitude, and a passion for art and blues. She clashed with the norms of her high school. Copies and hit #1 on the Billboard chart. Piece of My Heart became her signature song. But by then, her frustrations with the band and their lack of professionalism were mounting. On December 1st, 1968, she gave her final performance with Big Brother at a benefit for Chet Helms. Shortly after, she formed the Cosmic Blues Band. The music shifted to soul and R&B. The reception was mixed. Critics didn't embrace her new direction, and the band lacked the chemistry of Big Brother. The album I Got Dem Ol' Cosmic Blues Again Mama was released on September 11, 1969, but it didn't capture the same magic. Personally, Janis became more isolated. Though she dated both men and women openly, her relationships were short-lived. A failed engagement to Peter DeBlanc had already left emotional scars. In Brazil in early 1970, she found temporary sobriety and a relationship with David Niehaus, but it didn't last after she relapsed in the US. Later, she got engaged to novelist Seth Morgan, a man she met during a drug deal. Their relationship was rocky and unstable. By 1969, Janis had begun leaning harder on Southern Comfort and heroin. Her arrest in Tampa Bay for shouting at police during a concert on November 16th made headlines. She was spiraling. At Woodstock on August 17, 1969, her performance was noticeably impacted by her declining health. By early 1970, she was ready for a restart. She disbanded the Cosmic Blues Band and formed the Full Tilt Boogie Band. This time, it clicked. She was no longer the frontwoman of a group. She was the leader. The Festival Express tour across Canada in summer 1970 revived her spirit. Her appearances on The Dick Cavett Show revealed her wit, charm, and vulnerability. When she announced she'd attend her 10th high school reunion in Port Arthur, many thought she was joking. But she went, and the reception was as cold as ever. Even her parents barely acknowledged her success. It stung. Returning to Los Angeles in fall 1970, Janis began working on her album Pearl with producer Paul Rothchild. Tracks like Me and Bobby McGee, Cry Baby, and Mercedes-Benz captured her at her finest. Rothchild, who had produced The Doors, saw in Janis a similar fire and fragility. Pearl would be her masterwork. October 3rd, 1970. That afternoon, Janis called San Francisco's City Hall to inquire about a marriage license. The office was closed. She left Sunset Sound around 11 p.m. after laying down tracks for Buried Alive in the Blues. Her band celebrated briefly at Barney's Beanery. She seemed upbeat, even joked with her bandmates, telling them not to ever leave her. They promised they wouldn't. Back at the Landmark Hotel, she waited alone. Seth Morgan didn't call. Feeling abandoned and restless, she reached out to her dealer. The heroin that arrived was far stronger than usual, estimated at 40 to 50% purity compared to the typical 3% street quality. Just after midnight, Janis returned in a single take. Another, Buried Alive in the Blues, was left instrumental. Janis had been scheduled to record the vocals the day she died. She was posthumously awarded a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2005 and inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. Over 31 million of her records have been sold globally. Her face, her sound, her pain, all immortalized. Even decades later, her voice still rattles windows and hearts. She left no children, no autobiographies, no heirs to explain her, but she left something else. The raw truth of herself in every recording, her vulnerability, her fire, her refusal to be quiet. A friend once dreamt of her on stage after her death. Janis finished her final song, walked down the ramp and whispered, "Was it okay?" The answer came gently, "You were great."